actually did it, it was kind of this mystery. What are we going to encounter? What are we going to do? What are we going to see? And when you're experiencing it, it was more than what you could imagine. As you're driving it, you're realizing like this is one of those life experiences that maybe 1/100th of the population is ever going to do. I mean, just driving the Dalton Highway to the Arctic Circle, no one in the US is doing that. People nowadays don't go on these long 5,000-mile epic road trips anymore. For us, me and my dad, like it was really just that experience of doing it, to drive from Washington State all the way to the Arctic Circle. And then for us, because we live in Colorado, drive all the way back. It's like that epic American road trip.
The Alaskan 5000, it's a nod to the history of rallying. Puts together a mixture of modern and old, back to the time when rallying started in the turn of the century as a motoring tour and adventure where they would have a driver, an observer, and a mechanic in the car.
There's some competition, and you get into it. You can't if you're not competitive, you can just blow it off. But if you're competitive, then you have something you can look forward to as far as measure yourself against. But the reality is that's 45 minutes of the day, and then you have 12 hours of just seeing the most breathtaking countryside. I mean, we driving into Valdez, you passed 22 waterfalls in 6 miles.
What a tremendous adventure to be able to see some of the prettiest scenery on Earth and do it. Either there's 30 members that are doing this on motorcycles, some of us are doing it in vintage automobiles, or even high performance trucks. But to go on an adventure like this that has segments that are timed, speed, distance measured, as well as see some of the most beautiful scenery on Earth.
Because the rally, you're not necessarily going fast, you have to go slow. So you have to maintain 20 miles an hour speed limit for a long period of time, which become more stressful than just giving it gas to catch up. And then after the TSD, they call it, is done in the morning, then you have a transit day where you got to drive 500 miles. So you get to explore in the evening, and then you have a little challenge in the beginning.
The area that we're going through is so different than most anywhere else in North America. There's not a lot of people, there's a lot of wildlife, and the scenery is literally astounding. And once you do it, you either love it or hate it. And if you love it, you keep coming back. If you hate it, you go out and go golf or something.
It goes in my book of memories. This is returnable. The payoff for the Alaskan is the adventure. But this is something I think I could carry on to my family. I think we'll be back. The terrain, the views, it's spectacular. It's really something you need to do.
I've tried my whole life coming to Alaska, coming to northern Canada. The more I've gotten to do some other really cool events, the camaraderie of it is always the part that I look forward to and enjoy the most. And this had that in spades. I mean, you're meeting people that, anywhere from a guy from Ireland that's racing his Porsche to a guy from Sacramento who is riding a bike and he's 74 years old. You meet everybody in between. So meeting those people, going through this experience with them, and then seeing everything you see, it's just amazingly beautiful.
The Alaskan 5000 has been a terrific adventure of camaraderie and making new friends, reacquaintance with old friends, and the opportunity to go from Seattle across the entire British Columbia, Yukon into Alaska has been awesome.
Payoff is coming up here in Alaska with great people, good friends, very diverse number of vehicles on Nitto Tire product. That payoff to us as a company is a reward in a sense. It's a pat on the back for making good product, diverse product to fit a number of different vehicles, and traversing 5,000 miles without any major issue. Along the way, we had just an amazing adventure of, wildlife, animals, nightlife. We had northern lights, stronger than I'd ever seen.
We had beautiful freeways in British Columbia. We had two-track, dirt, potholes, pretty much the entire gamut from good roads to really awful roads.
And you come out of it all friends. Like we're not Jeep people, we're not Triumph people, we're not classic car people, we're not Mini people. We're all car enthusiasts, and we all love to drive our cars or Jeeps or trucks or SUVs long distances, and that's what really binds us all together.